How Early is Too Early, a poem by Matthew Raven, performed by Matthew Raven. How early is too early for that man so big and burly to invade every show featuring characters deep in snow. The stores say mid-October, which has some asking if they're even sober. Television says November, but that's still not December. What about Christmas in July? Personally, I think that makes some people cry. Why must there be such a fuss? There's all this hype, and plus, is this not a time of joy for every girl and every boy? Well, the world is not that easy, and I'll stop you now, I know it's cheesy, but everyone has a story all their own, and some always spend this time of year alone. For many, this year's been crappy, and I know not everyone's happy, but something about this time has me wanting to speak in rhyme. I always find some reason to enjoy the season, whatever that must be, because when it comes to me, the movies, friends, and family are all I could ever need. So open your heart this year and hold your loved ones near. It just takes one act of kindness to help remind us to be good to one another, no matter if they're a stranger, friend, or even your mother. Happy holidays.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Happy holidays. With November coming to a close, the holidays are in full effect. At the time of this recording, it's not quite December, but I don't know exactly when this is going to come out. However, this is my channel, so Christmas talk begins now. I am going to hold off on any discussions of movies and shows until we get a little deeper into December, instead opting to talk about something that has already taken effect without much thought into the fact that we see them everywhere. Christmas commercials. They appear every year, invade our televisions for 2 months, and then disappear again. If they were memorable, maybe they will appear the following year. Well, those commercials that seem to come back time and time again are what I want to talk about. What makes these commercials worth returning? What keeps them around, other than pure unfiltered capitalism? And are they as much a part of the holiday season as the movies they fall between? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about, so let's do this.
Should I tell him?
Nah, it's Christmas.
Toasty!
The M&Ms and Santa commercial is one of the most iconic Christmas commercials. It's hard to find someone who wouldn't recognize it. Its popularity speaks for itself, as it's been airing since 1996. It's short and sweet and only a few seconds long, but it's stuck in the memory of everyone who's seen it, and it's a welcome returner each holiday season. It even gained itself a sequel in 2017, in which the peanut M&M has to save Christmas with Red and Santa unconscious. I personally think it was a welcomed addition to the commercial, and I look forward to hopefully seeing both again this year. The Campbell Snowman is effective. It shows a snowman coming in from the cold only to be greeted by a warm bowl of Campbell's soup, which melts away his icy layers, revealing the origins of Iceman. Even for someone who isn't a huge fan of soup like myself, this one warms my heart every time it comes around.
I am sorry I wrapped you up, Eddie. Merry Christmas!
Another simple one that has become so synonymous with the season that, for some, its airing is what kicks off the holidays. A clever ad that manages to be memorable and convey a feeling of Christmas without a single spoken word. A great one to see every time it comes around. The German commercial for the supermarket chain Edeka from 2015 is one that stirred up a bit of controversy with its dark nature. It's a commercial which depicts an elderly man whose family is so caught up with their busy lives they can't make time to see him for the holidays, so he does what any rational person would do and fakes his own death in order to gather his family in one place. A lot of people pointed out how horrible this would be to happen, but it's a commercial. It's not real life, so for me, I think it can pull this off without me feeling that it paints him in too bad of a light. May not be the most lighthearted commercial, but I definitely think it's fun and it's one that I enjoy. Love it or hate it, you have to admit it left an impact.
You want a particle accelerator?
Yes, something useless.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Stupid atom smasher.
Now this is one I see pop up online even outside of the holiday season, which I think just goes to show how much people enjoy its message, or at least enjoy seeing it. It's set during World War I and is based on true events. The story around the 1914 Christmas truce between the Brits and the Germans is fuzzy at best, and its existence best survives in diary entries and letters from those who were there. But whether or not the enactment was realistic, it serves as a shining example of kindness and goodwill towards all, even during the hardest of times. A message very fitting of the season. Sometimes it's so easy to become consumed with the bustle of this time of year, we forget what makes it such a special time of year. A time where people can dig a little bit deeper and go that extra mile for someone else. Okay, so this was originally going to be the only commercial I was going to talk about. I sat down with the idea of just making a small video to discuss this, but the more I thought about the idea of doing a Christmas commercial episode, the more I wanted to at least mention some other commercials that I think deserve a moment in the spotlight. And yes, I'm not the first person to talk on any of these commercials, nor will I be the last, but even if it's only for a few of you, let me explain why Apple's Christmas Frankenstein tugs on my heartstrings each time I view it without fail. The commercial starts off with Frankenstein alone, surrounded by many, many things in his house. The scene is set by using a music box, playing No Place Like Home for the Holidays. He's shown ordering something small, but it's not yet revealed to us what it is. Dressed in his best, Frankenstein's monster makes his way towards the town, where he is unsurprisingly greeted with fear and concern. He opens his small box to reveal two small bulbs, which he screws into his neck as he begins to sing.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays.
However, the crowd does not welcome the monster as his bulbs begin to flicker out, and he's left feeling so very alone. That is until a small child's voice rises through the silence. She begins to make her way towards him, singing where he left off as the crowd begins to join in as well. I kid you not, writing this script and just recounting the events of this got me misty-eyed. I am a sucker for this commercial. I do not exactly know why, but every time I see it, it gets me. Yeah, it's just a commercial, but in terms of the season, for me, it hits all the right notes. As we grow older, time seems to go faster. Growing up, I cannot count how often I heard things like, "Enjoy being young now, you'll blink and you'll be all grown up," etc., and so forth. When you're young, a week feels like forever, and as you get older, a month passes before you even know what happened. And this is because of a variety of reasons, but the biggest thing is people become busy with their responsibilities, so maybe that's why Christmas seems to start earlier and earlier each year. People are trying to find a way to still get the Christmas feeling they remember from when they were a kid. People are afraid of growing up or growing old. We find comfort in what we know and fear in the unfamiliar. And it's hard to find a more concentrated strain of familiar nostalgia than the magic of Christmas commercials. New ones will come and go or become a part of the tradition. Whether these start airing in November or not, I'm happy to see them come around time and time again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the lack of content. I've been dealing with some personal stuff, and I've just been busy with the holiday season coming into effect. I should be back to uploading more normally moving forward, and I'm going to try to put out even more content as I have a few series in development for the channel, more podcasts lined up, and even a new gaming channel which currently is empty but should hopefully see its first upload soon. So subscribe to keep up to date with all of that, and while you're at it, leave this video a like. You can also check me out on Twitter and Reddit. You can buy some of my art on Insta or become a patron, both as ways to help support me and this channel so I can continue to grow it and develop more time to it, hopefully. Thank you all again, and I hope you all have a happy holiday season.